Iris, thanks for the planner as my birthday gift. I finally understand why you told me not to get a planner this year.
Happy birthday, Uncle Alan. You can buy whatever you need for yourself, right? That's why I wanted to give you something you really need.
Anything I get from you is appreciated, huh? We don't have any kids and you're like a daughter to me.
I also see you as the second father, you know.
But could you not say that in front of my brother? He gets upset, claiming you're his daughter.
I know.
So, Iris, how have you been recently? I heard from my brother that you moved in with your husband's parents.
Yes, that's right. We're living with my husband's parents, 4 of us in total.
That's rare these days. No offense, but isn't it tough to live together with them? Or are your in-laws good-natured enough that you don't mind living with them?
I thought they might be nice people at first. But since we started discussing living together, I've started to feel something's off. Oh, don't tell this to my dad, okay? I don't want to say anything bad about my in-laws to my parents.
I understand. I won't tell them. The relationship between in-laws can be tricky. But you shouldn't put up with anything if they are bothering you.
Yes.
You're not being mistreated, are you?
I wouldn't call it mistreatment, but more like they are too attached to my husband. I think they may feel like they lost him to me after we got married. That's why sometimes they subtly put me down or exclude me from meals.
That sounds like mistreatment. Who dares to do that to our Iris? Isn't your husband Barry doing anything about it?
Oh, Barry does stand up for me. So, don't worry. But if they were people who would heed warnings, they wouldn't do such things in the first place, right? Well, that's how it is.
If I were you, I'd move out right away.
Yes, Barry also says living together was a mistake. We initially moved in because Barry's job transfer was postponed. This came to light after we had terminated our lease. Then, my mother-in-law said we could stay with them for a while.
Still, I think anyone would be against moving in together.
That's true, but she was very persuasive and I was eventually won over. I agreed, thinking it was only for a month, but then Barry's job transfer kept getting delayed. However, we are considering moving out soon. We're contributing to the household expenses, equivalent to rent, so it'd be better to live separately. Well, we haven't told my in-laws yet.
Good, that's the way to go. You don't need to be around people who mistreat you.
Yes, I'll try to slowly distance myself and manage somehow. Once we're apart, my mother-in-law probably won't care about me so much. Sorry for unloading my complaints on you. But somehow I feel better now, thank you.
I was the one who asked, so don't apologize. Don't push yourself too hard, okay? And always feel free to talk to me if something comes up.
Iris, when are you going to be back from the grocery store? You're not just slacking off on the housework, are you?
I apologize, Hilda. The shopping is done, I'm just stopping by the dry cleaners on the way home.
I could have done all that within an hour if I were you. You really can't do anything right, can you? Yesterday's dinner was too heavily seasoned as well. Are your taste buds off?
I apologize, I'll go a little lighter with the seasoning today.
You should. If I had to eat food like that every day, I'd get sick. Oh, is this intentional because Barry's been on a business trip since yesterday? Are you trying to do something awful to me while Barry's away?
No, I'm not intending that way.
Really? I don't see any kindness from you towards me or Carl. You don't just dismiss us because we're your in-laws, do you?
No way. So please don't say such a thing.
Then take us on a trip. Show some filial piety.
A trip, you say? Where to?
Somewhere with nature where we can relax would be nice. I've always wanted to go on a family trip. Hey, your mom is on social media, isn't she?
Oh, that's right, she started it.
I have her contact registered, so her post popped up the other day. She was staying at a relative's vacation house, wasn't she?
Yes.
I saw that, and thought I wanted to stay at a place like that with my family. I was surprised to find out you have a relative who owns a vacation house. You have wealthy relatives, don't you?
Well, yes. That's true.
Let us stay at that vacation house too.
But the accessibility to that house isn't very good. It's impossible without a car.
Carl or Barry can drive us. So, can we? You'll ask for us, won't you?
I'll ask, but please don't get your hopes up.
What, are you saying we're not considered a part of your family? Are you saying that your mother and her folks are okay, but not us?
No, it's nothing like that. The cabin is rented out like an Airbnb. So we can't just book it any time.
If the owner agrees, then sure, anything is possible. This lets me know what you really think about us. When we get refused, well, I'll just take that as how you feel about me.
I myself don't own the cabin, so.
Enough with the excuses. Oh, by the way, we're running low on food for Max. Can you pick some up while you're out shopping? They don't sell it at the supermarket, so you must go to our usual vet.
Isn't that in the next town over?
Yes. Is there a problem?
No, I'll head there.
Great, take care of it. But make sure you come back as soon as possible.
Hilda, isn't the car wash over yet? And I don't see anyone from the pet hotel either. Could you give me their contact details? I'll give them a call.
They won't be coming.
What?
Haven't you noticed yet?
Noticed what?
Carl and I went out for a car wash, and it's been over an hour now, hasn't it?
Yes.
We left you behind and are heading to the cabin.
What? But I have the keys.
Oh, we took them without you noticing. We also got the location from you, so we don't need you anymore. We'll enjoy ourselves with Barry, who's coming straight from his business trip, and the three of us as a family.
You planned to leave me behind from the beginning.
Yes, because it's a family trip.
I see. I'm not part of the family.
A daughter-in-law is different, you know. You can look after Max as you are our daughter-in-law.
I see. Understood.
Oh, don't say anything unnecessary to my son, okay? I'll tell him you're staying home because you caught a cold. You understand our hope to spend some time as a family, don't you? If you care about your in-laws, do as I say.
Yes, I won't tell him.
I'm glad. Iris, you're such an understanding daughter-in-law. While we're away, take care of the dog, and do a deep cleaning as well. If you do as I told you, I might consider acknowledging you as part of my family. So, make sure you do what you're told.
Iris, have you arrived at the vacation home?
Yeah. I think so.
Think? What do you mean by think? How's the vacation home? Is your husband's family happy?
Since I'm the daughter-in-law, I'm staying home. Oh, but I'm not alone. Max, the dog, is staying home with me too.
What? Staying at home? Just because you're the daughter-in-law?
You invited them. Why were you left behind?
It seems they didn't want to take me in the first place. They said they were going to wash the car before we left, and it turns out that it was a lie just to leave me behind.
What the? How could they do such a terrible thing? If you hadn't asked, I wouldn't have lent them my place.
Alan, I'm sorry.
You don't have to apologize, Iris. The ones at fault are your in-laws.
What's Barry doing?
He doesn't know. He's going straight to the vacation home from his business trip. Plus, Hilda told me not to tell him anything. She said, if I care about them, I won't make a fuss.
Iris.
Are you okay with this?
Not really. But we're moving soon. Even if I speak up, my in-laws won't listen.
Iris, what does Barry's dad do for a living?
Huh? Just a regular office worker.
Tell me the name of his company. And Barry's contact information as well.
I should share this information just in case.
Alan, what are you planning to do?
They're messing with my dear niece like this.
I can't just let this slide.
Even if you try to keep your distance. I don't think Barry's mother is the type to stop this harassment.
You're right. I'll tell Barry everything, and I'll clearly express my feelings to my in-laws. I don't think they'll understand, though.
Even so, it's better to do that, and it's most important to take measures to prevent this from happening again.
I'm genuinely glad to be a CEO right now.
Wait, what are you really going to do?
I won't do anything to make it worse. All I do is a little cooperation. So, Iris, feel free to voice your concerns.
Iris. Your uncle is the CEO of that famous company. Isn't that the company my husband's company does business with?
Yes, that's correct.
Why didn't you tell us before? If we knew you were the niece of the CEO, we wouldn't have left you behind.
Just because my uncle is a CEO doesn't make me any different. I'm just a housewife. Please, don't make a fuss about it.
How can I not? Carl might get demoted, you know.
Is that so?
I heard it from Barry, who arrived late to the villa. He said your uncle is furious about you being left behind.
I'm sorry, it seems like my uncle may have overreacted a bit.
It's not a laughing matter. Look, I'm sorry for what happened before. Can you please ask your uncle to reconsider Carl's demotion? Who else could do it?
I've always tried my best to have a good relationship with you. But after living together for a few months, I realized that no matter what I do, you will never approve of me.
That's not true. We didn't dislike you or anything.
Well, that's how I felt. Whenever Barry tried to correct your attitude, it only made things worse. And there wasn't a single act of kindness towards me since we moved in. I was hoping we could get along better, but it seemed pointless.
It's not pointless. Actually, I was impressed with you. You always do things properly as you're told, and you never show any dissatisfaction. You're so obedient.
I see. If I could be of any help to you all, that's good.
Iris, let's have a better relationship from now on. Carl is really upset, and you know, he never did anything wrong to you, did he?
He is completely under your thumb, isn't he? But I think just standing by and doing nothing is just as bad. It's obvious that I've been treated badly since we've been living together.
When the demotion came up, I was blamed for it. That quiet man, told me he didn't even want to see my face.
Well, you both reaped what you sowed, didn't you?
I admit that we've mistreated you so far. I will apologize properly. So please, I'm begging you, forgive us. We really won't hurt you again.
Sure. Then before you leave the cabin, could you mow the lawn around there? And also clean the outside windows.
I have to do it. This cabin is supposed to be maintained by someone, right?
He is letting you stay here for free, aren't you? At least do that.
I'll do it. Let me do it. Once I finish those 2 tasks, you'll forgive me, right?
And from here on out, let's share the housework until we move out. And we'll never live together again. I'll also prohibit you from entering the new home we're moving to.
Then I won't be able to see my son.
If you want to see him, call him over to your house.
Do you really think he will come to us with this situation?
Who put us in this situation? Isn't it you? Do I need to be considerate of that?
Maybe you're right. Okay, I'll do everything as you say. So please, tell your uncle we've resolved things. Tell him you've forgiven us.
I understand. I'll consider it once everything's done.
Consider it. Aren't you going to forgive us?
I'll consider that. So, please don't expect too much.
Don't say such cruel things. We're still family, right?
Please don't make me laugh. Didn't you say that a daughter-in-law is not family?
I'm sorry. What I said to you was wrong. It's just because our son always takes your side. It was just a little bit of spite. It wasn't how I really felt.
It didn't feel like a little bit of spite to me. It felt like your true feelings.
Iris, I'm really sorry. If Carl becomes unemployed at this age, we won't be able to survive. Please, please help us.
Anyway, I don't consider you two as a family. What happens from here is up to you. So, please do as exactly you're told, okay? Whether you actually do it or not, I'll take that as your true feelings. After that, my parents-in-laws did as I asked, taking care of mowing the lawn and cleaning up, and returned to their home. Also, she began to constantly observe my mood. Until we moved, all I had to do was cleaning my own and my husband's rooms and doing the laundry. Whenever I tried to prepare meals, she would insist on doing it, so I let her. Their attitude changed 180 degrees, so I've been able to live at their house without any stress. And I've managed to move out peacefully. I was satisfied just being able to say what I'd like to say. But thanks to my uncle, I was able to re-establish our relationship smoothly. It feels like a bit of cheating, but honestly, I am so relieved. By the way, my uncle never intended to demote my father-in-law in the first place. It seems like he just put in a word to the CEO of his company, in case it could act as a deterrent. My husband says he doesn't ever need to spill the beans. So I think he will behave at least until he retires. In the meantime, my husband is sure to get transferred. And given the physical distance, as we will be living separately, I plan to prepare to keep our interactions to a minimum. Now that I've moved away from their house, I can finally live freely. When I was living with them, my mother-in-law was so demanding that I barely had time for myself. Even so, I did my best to get along as long as possible. But there are efforts in life that you don't need to make. Since I've restarted my work from home and have time for myself, I am happy to be able to live a very fulfilling daily life. From now on, I'd like to cherish my kind husband and my own family even more, and lead joyful happy life with my loved one.
Hey, Joe? Hey! Why aren't you answering? Are you ignoring me? You're such a jerk for ignoring your wife's texts.
What? You know I'm working, don't you?
I don't care. I'm texting you because I need something. You got a problem?
Not a problem, but you can call me when you want because you're a housewife, but I have to work. Isn't it obvious that I can't return your texts while I'm working? Why do you keep saying that I'm ignoring you?
Huh? What's with the attitude? It's as if you're saying that I'm the bad guy. Who do you think let you marry me? Hey, I let you marry me.
You don't have to say it like that.
What? It's a fact. You're the one who kept on proposing to me. I married you under the condition that I got to be a housewife. I let you marry me. I think you should do as I say just a little bit.
Huh. Fine. And what did you want?
Oh yeah, I almost forgot. We don't have any more spending money, so could you deposit some more this afternoon?
We're not even halfway through the month? You already used up our spending money?
My gosh, it can't be helped. I don't have any income because I don't work.
I give you an allowance apart from the spending money.
$200 isn't going to cut it. The spending money isn't enough too. You want me to make ends meet with only $1,000?
Rent and energy bills are taken out of my account anyways. Isn't $1,000 for food and everyday items more than enough? It's just us two. We don't even have any kids.
What?
No, it's not that. You're saying that the allowance I give you isn't enough. So you're spending the rest of our money?
Huh? You don't make enough money in the first place. You can complain after you start making enough money to satisfy me.
I'm tired from work, and I don't want to argue with you. I'll put $500 into your bank account during my lunch break. Will that do?
As long as you get it. You should just do what you're told from the beginning, you dumb thing. If you understand, please work harder and make some more money. Bye. Hey, Joe. I'm going shopping right now. There's a new bag and my favorite brand, and it is so cute. It'll definitely look good on a woman like me.
Really? If you want it, why don't you get it with your allowance?
What? Oh my gosh. Why are you so bad at taking a hint? Shouldn't it be, do you want me to buy it for you? You're so clueless.
That's not a nice way to say it. It's my day off today, too. And I wanted to relax, you know?
What the heck? I don't have a day off as a housewife. Why are you the one trying to relax?
What do you mean, housewife? You don't cook or clean, and you make me do it all on the weekend. How can you say that? Isn't every day like a day off to you?
Isn't that saying too much? Like I said before, I'm the one who let you marry me.
Again with that. Sorry, but I can't buy you that bag. I'm barely getting by, too.
Barely getting by? Even though you work at a pretty decent company?
You might not understand, but our company's not doing so good right now. Management is taking a hit.
What? Wait a second. That's the first I'm hearing of this.
I thought it would worry you if I told you. There's going to be a salary reduction for us employees starting this month.
What? Reduction? What the heck? That's not right. My allowance is going to be reduced?
I won't do that to you, but we might have to cut back on a few things. I think buying lunch every day is a waste of money. So I was wondering if you could make lunch for me?
What? Why me? If you want to cut back, can you do that by yourself?
What? Why? Isn't it in times like these where we should be working together as a couple?
Wait. Can you, not drag me into this? Isn't it your fault that you're working for a company like that? It's your fault this is happening. Take responsibility for it, okay?
Hold on. It's not my fault my salary is getting reduced.
It's your fault that you chose to work for that kind of company. If you only had worked for a better company, this wouldn't be happening, would it? You'd better not make any trouble for me, okay? If my lifestyle is lowered in any way, it'll be your fault. I'll immediately divorce you.
No way!
Hurry up and get a side job if you understand. I won't talk to you until your salary goes back up to normal. Goodbye.
Hey, Rachel! Rachel, I have something to tell you. I know you don't want to talk to me, so text is okay. It's important, so will you listen?
What? Make it short.
I got laid off.
What? Wait, what are you talking about? You're joking.
I don't want to admit it either, but it was my company's decision. The company wasn't doing well and they had to cut back on labor costs. They only let professionals stay. All of my colleagues are getting laid off too. I'm really sorry.
What the heck? Are you playing with me? Sorry isn't going to cut it.
I'm really sorry for worrying you, but I really didn't think it was going to go this far. So I wish you would understand. I'll get right back to it. Can you wait just for a little bit?
You've got to be kidding. I'm disappointed in you. You're the worst. You piece of trash. You're useless.
Rachel, you don't have to say it like that. I'm just as surprised that it came to this.
I'm so disappointed in you. I don't get it. You're jobless all of a sudden?
Well, laid off. That doesn't mean I'm fired starting tomorrow.
You're going to get fired sooner or later anyways, right? Unbelievable. You're really useless. I can't believe I married such a piece of trash man. I'm embarrassed.
What do you mean? You were able to do whatever you wanted thanks to me, you know. Normally, you would say something like, let's both work in this kind of situation. Aren't married couples supposed to be more supportive of each other?
What? Don't be kidding yourself. Why do I have to work? I got married to you under the condition that I wouldn't have to work.
I know, but you don't have to push me away like that. It's only until I find a new job. Will you please help me?
No? Why do I have to compromise?
What?
Anyways, you're such a downer, so don't come home tonight. Bye.
Fine. Sorry. Rachel, you don't seem to be home. Are you out somewhere?
Oh, you're home. You haven't seen the living room?
Living room? What is this? Why are there divorce papers?
What do you mean, why? Isn't it obvious? I can't be a housewife anymore. So our marriage contract expires. My deepest condolences.
What the hell? You're divorcing me because I got laid off?
Yeah. I can't really live in poverty. If you're going to suffer, do it alone.
You're kidding, right? We've been together for 5 years. You're just going to end it like that?
It can't be helped. But whose fault is it in the first place? You got fired because you were such a useless employee.
Fired. It was the company's financial problems.
Don't make excuses. Anyways, I can't live in poverty, so sorry. Just get divorced and go to hell already.
Got it. Thanks.
What? What do you mean, thanks? Have you finally become crazy because of getting laid off?
No, to tell you the truth, I was also thinking that we weren't going to make it as a married couple anymore. But since I was the one who fell in love with you and proposed, I couldn't come out and say it. So you helped me by saying everything you just said.
What? Oh, are you trying to act tough? You can't stand being left by your wife. So you're doing the whole, I was thinking about it too thing. Oh my gosh. I feel so sorry for you. I could cry.
It's not like that. I really was thinking about it. But I fell in love first and asked you to marry me. So I can't ask you to get a divorce, can I? It's a different story if you say it first.
Why are you acting so happy? I'm telling you, I'm the one who is leaving you. I'm pretty sure you know this, but I'm the one who's dumping you. You're such a loser if your wife can dump you so easily. Losing your job and your wife, your life is really over.
Really? I don't think so at all.
What? Look at you, trying to act so tough.
At least now I can live any way I like. I feel free.
Just keep telling yourself that. I'm so glad that I used up all of that money before you got fired. I took all the shared savings, by the way.
What? You never told me anything.
It's your bad that you never noticed. Well, it's your fault you got fired. I'll take it as a consolation money. Goodbye, then. What you doing, Mr. Jobless? Are you doing good? Wait, of course not. Are you living on the streets now?
It's been a while. I bet you're living a fun life after you ran off with my money.
Ding, ding, ding. Good answer. I took all of the money you so nicely saved up when I left. So thanks to you, I'm living a very nice life.
You're really the worst. I don't know how you live with yourself.
Do you have a problem? It is originally your fault that this happened. Don't take it out on me.
And what do you want? I don't have time to associate with people like you.
Gosh, so mean. How dare you say that to your ex-wife that you used to love? I even reached out because I was a little worried.
Worried? Don't make me laugh. Have you ever been worried about me?
I felt bad if you lived on the streets. How is it? How does being laid off and jobless feel? I hope you become an elite out on the streets.
My life is now the best.
What? Are you seriously saying that? You must be crazy if you're saying that living on the streets is the best.
Who said anything about living on the streets? I live in a condo.
What? How can you be living in a condo? Wait, are you still living in our old condo?
Yeah, it was the perfect size for 2 people. So it feels huge when it's only 1 person. Thanks for moving out.
What are you talking about? Oh, you're still living there without paying rent. You're going to get kicked out.
You know, I wouldn't do that. I pay rent every month. And I don't have trouble financially at all.
How? You were laid off, weren't you? How could you be moving like that?
What do you mean how? Because I'm working and getting paid like always?
What? How? How can that be? It's only been 2 months since you were laid off.
I told you. Just because I was laid off didn't mean I was getting fired right away. So I started job hunting right away, and fortunately got an offer from a company that I liked. Now I'm working there. The benefits are good, and it's a good work environment. The pay is about 1.5 times better than the previous company.
You're kidding! How come everything is turning out so good?
I wonder why. Maybe because my bad voodoo is gone.
What did you call me?
Oh, while we're at it, the $15,000 you took from me, I will have you pay that back.
What? Wait a second. I already used $5,000.
How should I know? You stole money from somebody. Isn't it right to return it?
Wait. How am I supposed to come up with the $5,000 I already spent?
Why don't you take out a loan? And then work to pay it off. It's as easy as that.
I don't want to. Why should I have to work? I won't do it.
Then go live the rest of your life running from loan sharks. I'll take you to court if you don't pay. So think about what's best. Think about it long and hard. I kept blocking all of Rachel's annoying texts and cut off all contact. However, since she never paid me back my money, I hired a lawyer and claimed my $15,000. Rachel ended up having to take out a loan and moved back in with her parents. She now works full-time at a local supermarket to pay off her debt. I was pretty gullible to let my ex-wife take advantage of me like that, but I guess I needed to experience this in order to grow. Hopefully I can find someone who wants to be with me, for me, instead of just the benefits of being married.